Jack had always loved soccer. Every day after school, he would run to the local soccer field with his old, worn-out ball. He practiced kicking, running, and dribbling by himself for hours. Soccer was his passion, his dream, and his favorite way to spend time. Jack was a member of his school soccer team. He was not the fastest player, and he was not the strongest either. But he had something special. He never gave up. Jack tried his best in every practice session and every game. However, there was one thing that made Jack feel sad and frustrated. In all the games he had played with his team, he had never scored a goal. Not even once. He had come close many times, but something always went wrong at the last moment. Sometimes the ball would hit the goalpost and bounce away. Sometimes the goalkeeper would make an amazing save. Sometimes Jack would get nervous and kick the ball too high or too wide. Each time this happened, Jack felt disappointed in himself. His teammates were very supportive. They always encouraged him and told him not to worry. "Your time will come, Jack," they would say. "Keep trying and you will score soon." But as weeks passed, Jack began to lose confidence. He started to think that maybe he was not good enough to score goals. Maybe he should just focus on passing the ball to better players and let them score instead. The worst moment came during a game against their biggest rivals, Lincoln High School. Jack had a perfect chance to score. He was alone in front of the goal with no defenders around him. His teammate Mike passed the ball directly to his feet. All Jack had to do was kick the ball into the empty goal. But when Jack tried to shoot, he was so nervous that he missed the goal completely. The ball flew over the goalpost and landed behind the goal. His teammates looked disappointed, and Jack felt terrible. He wanted to hide somewhere and never play soccer again. After that game, Jack sat alone on the bench with his head in his hands. He was thinking about quitting the team. Maybe soccer was not for him after all. That is when Mia, one of his teammates, came and sat next to him. Mia was the best player on their team. She had scored more goals than anyone else and was always calm and confident during games. "Hey Jack, are you okay?" Mia asked with a kind voice. Jack looked up at her with sad eyes. "I think I should quit the team, Mia. I am terrible at scoring goals. I always let everyone down." Mia shook her head. "Jack, you are not terrible. You are one of the hardest working players on our team. Do you know how many goals I missed before I scored my first one?" Jack was surprised. "You missed goals, but you are so good at scoring now." Mia smiled. "I missed many, many goals when I first started playing. I remember crying after games because I felt like a failure. But my older brother taught me something important about shooting." "What did he teach you?" Jack asked, suddenly interested. "He taught me that scoring goals is not just about kicking the ball hard. It is about being calm, choosing the right spot, and practicing the same movement over and over again until it becomes natural." Mia stood up and picked up a soccer ball. "Come on, let me show you some techniques that helped me become a better shooter." For the next hour, Mia worked with Jack on his shooting skills. She taught him how to plant his supporting foot next to the ball, how to keep his head up to see the goal, and how to follow through with his kicking leg. The most important thing, Mia explained, is to stay calm and confident. When you get nervous, your body becomes tense and you cannot kick the ball properly. Take a deep breath, focus on where you want the ball to go, and trust your training. They practiced different types of shots. Shots with the inside of the foot for accuracy, shots with the laces for power, and shots from different angles. Mia was patient and encouraging, correcting Jack's technique gently and celebrating his improvement. "Remember, Jack," Mia said as they finished their practice session, "every great goal scorer has missed hundreds of shots. The difference between good players and great players is that great players never stop trying." From that day on, Jack practiced shooting every single day. He arrived at the soccer field 30 minutes before team practice to work on his shooting skills. He set up cones as targets and practiced hitting them from different positions. Mia often joined him for these extra practice sessions. She continued to give him tips and encouragement. Slowly but surely, Jack's shooting began to improve. His shots became more accurate, and he felt more confident when he had the ball near the goal. The team had their most important game of the season coming up. It was the championship final against Riverside Academy, the strongest team in their league. Everyone was excited, but also nervous about this big game. Coach Martinez gathered the team before the game. "This is what we have been working for all season," he said. "Play with heart, support each other, and remember that you are a team. Every player is important, and everyone has a role to play." Jack felt butterflies in his stomach as he put on his uniform. This was the biggest game of his life. He thought about all the hours he had spent practicing with Mia and all the encouragement his teammates had given him. The game started, and both teams played with great energy and skill. Riverside Academy scored first, making Jack's team trail by 1 goal. But Jack's teammates did not give up. They continued to fight and create chances to score. In the second half, Jack's team managed to score an equalizing goal. Now the score was tied, and both teams were trying hard to score the winning goal. With only 10 minutes left in the game, Jack's teammate Sarah got the ball on the right side of the field. She dribbled past 2 defenders and looked up to find someone to pass to. Jack was running toward the goal, just like Mia had taught him. He raised his hand to signal that he was in a good position to receive the ball. Sarah saw him and made a perfect pass. The ball rolled toward Jack, and suddenly everything seemed to slow down. He could hear his heart beating loudly in his chest. This was his moment, his chance to finally score his first goal. Jack remembered everything Mia had taught him. He planted his left foot firmly next to the ball, kept his head up to see the goal, and took a deep breath to stay calm. The goalkeeper was moving to his right, leaving the left side of the goal slightly open. Jack aimed for the bottom left corner of the goal and struck the ball with the inside of his right foot. The ball flew through the air, past the diving goalkeeper and into the net. Goal! Jack had finally scored his first goal, and it was the winning goal in the championship final. His teammates ran toward him, cheering and celebrating. Mia was the first to reach him, and she gave him a big hug. "I knew you could do it, Jack. That was a perfect shot." Jack felt tears of joy in his eyes. All the hours of practice, all the disappointment from missed chances, and all the support from his teammates had led to this amazing moment. The final whistle blew, and Jack's team had won the championship. As they lifted the trophy together, Jack realized that his journey to score his first goal had taught him valuable lessons about persistence, teamwork, and believing in himself. After the celebration, Jack found Mia and thanked her for all her help. "I could not have done this without you, Mia. You taught me so much about shooting and about never giving up." Mia smiled proudly. "Jack, you did all the hard work. I just shared some techniques with you. Your determination and daily practice made this goal possible." That night, Jack went to bed with the biggest smile on his face. He had learned that success does not come quickly or easily. It comes to those who work hard, accept help from others, and never stop believing in their dreams. His first goal was not just a moment of personal triumph. It was also a victory for teamwork, friendship, and the power of never giving up. Jack knew that this was just the beginning of many more goals and many more victories to come.